All right, today we're diving into a book that really changed the game for a lot of people, Harv Eker's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. We're going to get into the core ideas, the stuff that really masters the inner game of wealth.
It's a question we've all probably asked ourselves at some point, right? You see people who have the same background, maybe even the same job, and one just takes off financially while the other doesn't. So what is the real difference maker here?
Okay, that is a huge claim, a really bold statement. But according to Harv Eker, it's not some kind of magic trick. He argues that our financial destiny isn't really about strategy or business plans, it's about our psychology. He calls it the missing link between wanting something and actually getting it.
So Aker noticed this fascinating pattern. People would go to seminars, read all the books, learn all the best strategies for stocks or real estate, but for most of them, nothing really changed. Why? Well, he figured out they were all missing this one crucial link, something that was operating completely under the surface.
And it really boils down to this simple idea. You can have all the best tools in the world, the best knowledge, the best strategies, but if your toolbox, which is your mind, isn't wired for success, you're just not going to build anything that lasts. The problem isn't out there, it's in here.
Okay, so what is this internal toolbox he's talking about? Aker has a name for it, your money blueprint. And honestly, this is the core concept we really need to wrap our heads around.
The best way to think about it is like a thermostat. Let's say your financial thermostat is set for, $50,000 a year. You might have an amazing year and make $90,000. But you know what? Chances are you will subconsciously find a way to spend it, lose it, or get rid of it to get right back down to that $50,000 comfort zone. It's this program running in the background of your life. Eker calls this the process of manifestation, and it's basically the key to how our blueprint creates our reality. It's a chain reaction. It goes like this. Your past programming leads to your thoughts. Those thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings then drive your actions, and it's your actions that produce your results. You see that? So if you want to change your results, the money in your bank account, you can't just change your actions. It won't stick. You have to go all the way back to the very beginning and change the programming itself.
So where does all this programming even come from? Well, for most of us, it comes from our childhood. It's built from everything we heard about money growing up, what we saw our parents do with money, and any specific, really emotionally charged events we experienced that had to do with money.
Okay, so we're all conditioned. That might sound a little bleak, like we're just stuck. But here is the really powerful part, the good news. This code is not permanent. We can absolutely, consciously choose to rewrite it.
This is one of Aker's big wealth principles. Your outer world of money is just a reflection of your inner world. If you want to earn more and actually keep it, you have to become more. Your personal growth has to come before your financial growth. Man, this idea is so freeing. You are not the recording of your past beliefs, you are the recorder. The second you realize that these beliefs about money were simply learned, you get the power to unlearn them and choose completely new ones. So this is the how-to. This is the practical part. Eker says we can consciously install new wealth files. Think of them like apps for your brain. They're just new ways of thinking that actually support financial success. Let's take a look at the most important one. The book actually lists 17 of these wealth files, these different ways of thinking. But we're going to look at the very first one, because honestly, it's the foundation that all the others are built on. This one difference, it is absolutely profound. Think about it. Do you believe that life is something that just kind of happens to you and you're just along for the ride? Or do you truly believe that you are at the steering wheel, that you create your success, you create your struggles, you create it all? Because if you believe that life happens to you, well, that automatically puts you in a powerless position, doesn't it? It's the mindset of a victim, just waiting for things to go wrong and then reacting. So how can you spot this victim mindset in yourself or others? Aker gives us 3 super clear clues. First, there's blame. It's always someone else's fault, the economy, the government, their boss. Then there's justifying, saying things like, well, money isn't that important anyway. And the last one is complaining. Aker has this great line where he says, when you complain, you become a living crap magnet, because what you focus on expands. And his conclusion on this is so blunt, but so true. You can be a victim or you can be rich, but you absolutely cannot be both. Creating wealth means you have to take 100% responsibility for your life. Period. So, what is the big takeaway from all of this? It's all about choice. It's about personal agency. It's realizing that your financial reality doesn't start in your bank account or on your paycheck. It starts in your mind.
This is probably the most powerful metaphor in the entire book. We spend so much of our lives focused on our results, the fruits. But if you don't like the apples on your tree, painting the apples isn't going to do anything. You have to go deeper. You have to change the roots, that subconscious programming we talked about.
And that really leaves us with this final thought. You aren't stuck with the programming you were given. Your old beliefs, they got you exactly where you are today. So the question is, what beliefs are you going to consciously choose, starting right now, to create the future you really want? The choice, as always, is yours.